What's up? What's up, y'all? I see King Link already in the chat. What's up, King Link? Hopefully, I come in here pretty quick. I know I usually don't go live around this time. It's a little different on Mondays yet, but around this time, no. I was gonna go live last night, but I'll catch y'all up in a second. I got too much going on. It's gracious. Okay. But yeah. Oh, dang, I can't even promote some on my phone. I should have called it out before I did anything about it. Should have tweeted it out before I even started it. Or put it on Instagram, but it's cool though. But we're not gonna be in here for too long, okay? Not too long, and I hope my stream look cool. Because I know last time we had some problems, at least with the sound. I told you, I put on my Instagram story. For those of you who ain't see though, who don't follow me on Instagram, if you don't, please go ahead and follow me. Just right down there. You might as well. Links in the description. Follow me on Instagram and my backup Instagram, because it's to be hating. All these white on platforms be hating, but you know, we hit with it. But I think it was my mic though. I think I knew mic. That's why my sound was messing up, because y'all should. I don't see nobody saying nothing, but saying nothing about my sound, but the sound should be fine now. Because I'm just on my phone. What's up, Isaiah? King Lizzie, Ryan, Gillum, Black Cloud TV. What's up? Yeah. So I will figure that out. I hope it's not the whole mic. I think it might just be my cord, because the cord is kind of long. It might have a shortened. I'm moving around a lot. It might just have a shortened cord. So I'm gonna see if I can get a cord and replace it and play with it a little bit. Maybe I won't have to. We're gonna see, but. Yeah, but yeah, sorry I didn't go live too. I'm also in the process of moving soon, so got a lot going on, trying to get my stuff together. And like I said, my call was tripping. My mic was tripping, Wi-Fi was tripping before then. It's just, something, one thing after another, but here we are with it. So that's why I want to go live though for a little bit, so I can talk about a couple things that I didn't get to go live about, because I made a couple videos. Like I said, I told you on my last live, I made a couple videos, but I don't know if I'm probably gonna have to trash them because the sound is messed up. I was trying to see if I can edit them, so maybe see if if I can get them good enough for y'all to be able to watch them, like just to make them watchable. Maybe put them on Patreon if y'all really want to see it. But if not, I'm just not gonna do those videos. I'll talk about it on my next live. But I did want to talk about one of the things, which was Dr. Umar. I've been fiending to talk about Dr. Umar on the Tammy Mack show. Okay, now I reacted to a clip of him up there. All right, I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all have seen it. Shout out to that brother. Okay, first of all, because he held it down. Shout out to the other brother that was up there too. Let me say the other masculine presenting brother, because there were 3 brothers on that panel. Just saying, it was 3. Trickery, the devil is very deceitful, is all I'm saying, because we ain't know. I ain't gonna go too far into it, but all I'm saying is, shout out to Dr. Umar, shout out to the brother that was on there, because they held it down. Okay, they did their thing, okay, against that bed wench and that trans person. Egregious. So yeah, but I did want to touch on one or two things. Now, number one, the trans person thing. And here's the thing. Hold on. There's a couple things. Okay, that one. Because I think I talked about Cynthia G on my last video. I talked about Cynthia G a little bit. And why she shouldn't even be platformed, because she's a white supremacist pawn. And I also think she has some mental issues that, she might need to work out. Stockholm syndrome. Bed witchery. I don't know. I can't relate to that. Okay, but I do understand that she's a victim of white supremacy. She got some things she did work through. It ain't all her fault. Okay. Regardless, though, she should be deplatformed. Now, the thing about it is, I seen Dr. Umar respond. I seen him make a response video, like a follow-up video, following that Tammy Mack interview, and he was talking about how he didn't realize that the joint on the panel was a trans. Okay. Now, this was because throughout the whole show, it was never presented that she was a trans. Now, you would think, no, matter of fact, let me not even say you would think, because as I was watching it, I'm thinking to myself, like, why is Dr. Umar? Because I was in, like, I think I had started watching it, and then when I got like halfway through it, and I seen people talking about, speculating that one of the people up there, Hope, was a trans. And so when I went back to watch it, I was like, oh, that's trans. So that's when I started to, and then I officially found out, like, I think like maybe like a day later or something like that. It was like official. Her Instagram was out. People was like, yeah, she's a trans activist. It was this whole thing. So, but as I'm watching it initially, I'm like, why is Dr. Umar referring? Not initially. After I found out, I'm like, why is Dr. Umar referring to this trans lady as Queen, you know, beautiful, these intelligent sisters. That I'm like, he is reiterating that. You know, I've heard Dr. Umar, you know, talk to women before, like on lives and stuff like that. So I'm like, that's something he does with women. But I'm like, I also have heard him talk about his stances on, you know, anti-sexual behavior. Okay, shout out to Dr. Neil Phillips Jr. And so I'm just sitting there like something's not computing, because he would not be speaking to this brother in actuality in this way, in this manner, if he knows that that's a trans. So first thing I'm thinking is, why the hell didn't they tell him that that's a trans? Because they clearly did not tell that brother. I know for a fact, I don't even know him, but I know for a fact that he would not be addressing that brother like that if he knows that's not a real woman. Like, it's not happening. There's no way. Okay. So of course, now we come to find out a couple days later, after the interview was released, Dr. Umar comes out and he's like, yeah, I had no idea, you know, and he kind of reprimands Fox News. He kind of gives Tammy some leeway, because he like, Sister Tammy may have not known, or maybe she did know, but she was, you know, she didn't tell him for some, I don't know, he kind of excused her. I don't really want to excuse her as much. I'm gonna just be real with y'all. And I kind of like her. I kind of still do like her platform, you know, to a degree, but that right there is a hell of a red flag. A brother like that, who, you know, is adamant on something as, and when you're talking about a conversation, the conversation they were having was the war against Black men. You're bringing a whole ass psychologist to the table to talk about this. Mind you, you're bringing up a person who is certified, literally trained, literally has years of experience with Black people, Black men in more particular, and is a Black man himself. You have him going against a bedwench that's on you, that does nothing but be on YouTube babbling about bedwenchery. Then you got another brother, he was cool. He was like, he represented like more like the red pill brothers or whatever, which was relevant, because that is like very prevalent right now. Is the brothers in the podcast, and a lot of brothers getting onto this new trend of red pill and, you know, things like that. So I think he was good on the panel as well. But then you also have this trans, okay, who is also a Black man, but just based off the fact that they're trans, clearly their experience and their perspective is going to be altered when it comes to the war against themselves, because they don't even want to be themselves. If you cannot even admit to that, and I'm saying that because, I mean, to be real, if you're a trans activist, you should have got up there. That should be the first thing you say. I'm going to get into the response. And I say this, please hold on to that. Please remind me, if I forget to bring up his response, please, because it's gonna bring my point home. Okay. If you really felt qualified, you were really standing 10 toes, you were really comfortable with going up against this beast, this intellectual beast, let's just be real, okay? And standing on your perspective, then you would have no problem with presenting as who you are, which is trans. You would have no problem dressing as you regularly dress and coming as you regularly are, because you are who you are. You're not going to change that for this person, or try to convince this person, or try to alternate your appearance to try to get more validation or less pushback from this person you're going against. That's disingenuous. Okay? But that's not what this person does. And this is why I'm blaming everybody. I'm blaming trans, I'm blaming Tammy Mack, and I'm blaming Fox. And this is why I said I was feeling to talk about this, because this was a complete setup. This was a way for them to try to almost emasculate or butt break Dr. Umar. This was their attempt at that. Okay. And luckily the brother, it didn't go as far as it should have. I don't like the fact that he was using I can't blame the brother for using the little compliments he was giving her, stuff like that, because he genuinely didn't know. Okay. And being nice. But I hope that's a warning. I hope he'll be a little more mindful of that moving forward. Now look. The trans woman comes out with an apology, right? Trans woman comes out with an apology. Not an apology, with a follow-up video after Dr. Umar comes out with his follow-up video. In this follow-up video, matter of fact, I ain't gonna even play it. I'm gonna tell y'all what he said. He says, yeah, see, Dr. Umar. Now, mind y'all, those of you who watched the panel, he was very soft-spoken. There was no back and forth. Matter of fact, there was actually a moment in the video where he says, hey, look, Dr. Umar, look, we're not going to have, I think Umar cuts him off for like a second. After he cuts him off, he's like, look, we're not going to have this back and forth. I understand you and Cynthia G have that back and forth, but I've been very respectful. We're going to have respectful conversation. Very, feminine, right? In the interview, right? On the panel, right? While he pretended to be a woman, he acted real feminine. Now, when we turn around, he get up on his page on Instagram. It's, oh, you was just mad. You just mad because your dick was hard. Your dick was hard because I was up there in the kente cloth and I had on soft makeup and I made sure I went up there speaking articulately, and I made sure I went up there with not a lot of makeup on and nothing crazy and making looking real cute and natural. So that way you brothers can't say, oh, well, y'all only trick us when we all dressed up. Oh, y'all can only trick us while we dressed up. Why is your concern? Why are you concerned about trying to trick this black man? You're supposed to be, you know what the sick part is? You're supposed to be there talking about the war against black men, and you turn around and participate in the shit. You turn around and bring the shit to the conversation. Because, baby, that's a form of warfare. Trickery, deceit. It's one of the main ones of warfare. And you got the nerve to turn and then get up on the internet and act like you just so big and bad for doing that shit? You a coward. Because a real nigga, a real woman, whoever the fuck you want to be, would have got up there and said, look, I'm trans and I feel this way and I'm da-da-da-da and I'm da-da-da-da, and would have stood on that. Regardless of people that came for you. And you know what it is you exposed your hand and Fox. And I got to put it on Tammy too, because I know you knew. Ain't no way. You didn't interview too many intellectuals. You interviewed Tariq too. There's no way you didn't know that this was going to be a problem. And the brother would have wanted to know. That's why I got to put it on Tammy too. Black women. I can't just let him know. Because that's why that trans felt comfortable up there. You see Cynthia G ain't say man. And I really wish they had a conscious sister up there. Because if it was a conscious sister up there, they would have been like, if they would even caught on, they'd be like, are you a cisgender woman? Were you born a woman? But you see Cynthia G ain't even bring it up. Tammy Mack ain't even bring it up. The brothers had no clue. But the women damn sure ain't bring it up. And the one black woman who actually knew, who probably knew, I mean, allegedly, I don't know if she knew for sure. But the one black woman who probably knew ain't say a goddamn thing. And then I think she even came out with a follow-up, if I'm not mistaken. Either her or Fox. But I know, I think either her, Dr. Umar read it. It was some bullshit. It wasn't, nah, I'm sorry. It shouldn't have happened. That's a red flag. That's giving me agentry. I don't like that. Especially not with a brother who's doing, like, this brother is almost halfway done with the school. You think this is a coincidence? He was calling in from the damn school. This is another attack. Like, I'm not feeling that. And that's why even I seen Crimson Cure. I don't even think I watched the whole video. I don't even know if I clicked on it, but I remember seeing the thumbnail for Crimson Cure. Shout out to that sister. But she was like, why the trans was able to replace a black woman on the panel or something like that. But that's why. The reason is, that is how these modern women, especially the bed wenches, divestors, you know, these lost ass black women, that is how so many of them accept black men. That's how they accept them. Effeminized and agreeable. Just agreeing with most of their rhetoric. That's how you accept the black man. You don't accept the black man who's strong, who's hetero, who's for the black family, who's against white supremacy, who's building for the community. You talking about how black men don't do that, and how that's what you want. But the black man sitting on the damn panel who's doing that, you going against. But the feminine Negro that got on the wig that's agreeing with you, you're cool with him. We got no problem with him. You ain't got nothing to say to him. But you want to know why black men ain't done nothing since the 60s. You want to know why in the 60s black men was running around chasing white vaginas. They was chasing after white women instead of fighting for freedom. You want to know why, white black men, they don't want to do nothing. They don't want to fight for no justice unless it involves them getting the same benefits or getting away with the same things as white men. That you trying to figure that out. Huh? But you turn around and you support a Negro that's dressing up and emulating you. That make a whole lot of sense. It make a whole lot of sense. Oh, and then don't double down on that. You turn around and sleep with a white boy. You a bed with you. On top of that. Can't forget that part. Like, I mean, this like when I seen this is why I was so pressed to talk about, because it was so sick to see this play out. Like, to see this play out, and then even the trans being a chameleon. even that is representative of Black women, of so many modern Black women. That chameleon hood, that on and off switch for femininity. Oh, on the Fox News channel, I'm gonna pretend like I'm this feminine, all natural. You see, he went and trick. He got the kente cloth. Yeah, I had on that kente cloth. Oh yeah, I'm gonna put on the kente cloth. I'm gonna make sure I speak well. I'm gonna make sure my posture is up. I'm gonna make sure I don't have no natural makeup. I have my locks, and yeah, you know, I'm gonna make sure I seem like I'm trying to be biased, like by saying things like, oh yeah, sure, I agree with that, Dr. Umar. I will be ignorant not to agree with that, but also at the same time, how could Black men do Black? Oh, I'm sorry. I remember what he said, but also at the same time, how could Black men? Black men have been. There is a system of white supremacy against Black people and Black men, but Black men haven't been really doing enough to get that foot off their necks. Something along those lines. Chameleon hood, though. That's what it was. It was, oh, well, let me not try to agree with that because that's objectively true, but let me try to twist this so that way I can still say my opinion, but still look like I'm not trying to object the truth. Because that's factually true. I can't really argue that. So let me just validate that, but then go back and invalidate everything else you just fucking said because I disagree with that. You're a chameleon, like so many other Black women. That's why Tammy had problems on that damn panel, or her people, and Cynthia, they didn't have problems on that damn panel. So many Black women in that, so many, Lord. Black women in them damn comments who was agreeing with Cynthia G's bedwitchery and her confusion, the trans is confusion. That's why. Because that's a chameleon too. You one of us, sis? You one of us, sis? You gonna get up here and act like you this feminine joint for this Black man in front of everybody and then turn around and they gonna talk shit about the same Black man online, but this time you ain't gonna do it as feminine. You gonna be cursing and you gonna be talking about how his dick was hard and you gonna be dressed in your natural state. You ain't gonna be worried about looking all soft and feminine no more. You gonna expose your true self. But for the sake of arguing against this Black man, for the sake of making this Black man look bad, I'm going to make sure I look as feminine as I can be. Because that also plays into this theory of, into this idea, should I say, of, oh, well, that's not who the Black man can get. That feminine woman isn't attainable for the Black man. That Black man is either, that Black woman is either a fake Black woman, one of these trans Black women, or is a bad witch and wants to sleep with white men. You can't have that one, though. Black men, that you don't qualify for that regular feminine Black woman, though. You don't qualify for that. And then they don't even have us up there. Don't even have a conscious, regular ass feminine Black woman up there. The one that they might have again, which is Tammy Mac, she don't warn the brother at all. Yet alone address the fact that that's trans or bring it up into the conversation when we're talking about Black men. How could you not? That's just intellectually dishonest. From the jump, the whole conversation is shifted. It's off balance because the brother didn't know that. He even said that in his response. You know what? Had I known that this was a trans, had I known that this was a brother, my whole response would have been different. Matter of fact, he said, I love the way he described it. Surgically altered male. Had I known that this was a surgically altered male, my whole approach would have been different. But you know what? They thought about that too. Oh, trust they thought about that too. Oh, yeah, they thought about that too. And trust me, they understood that if he would have brought that up, oh, he would have been exposed to some things they wouldn't even want. We wasn't even supposed to be talking about. Hey, look, cut him off, Umar. No, we wasn't even supposed to be. Whoa, wait a minute. How we get to damn transhumanism? How we get to damn pedophilia and the mixing of genders and how we get into all of that? Wait a minute. He would have took that shit somewhere completely different. The conversation would have Cynthia might not have had no smoke for Cynthia because he would have been debunking bruh the whole time. Like, oh, okay, got you. I see the bed witches. That's an obvious problem, but this one is a little more hidden. Let me go ahead and expose that one. Cynthia G, it don't take a blind man or a deaf person to see that this woman is a fool. My bad, y'all know I'm trying to get better with it. But she's a fool. It's not that. It's really not that hard to tell. But this one here, oh, okay. He's a man. He's trying to look like a woman. He acting like he kind of trying to be not biased, act like he is, act like he agree, act like he don't. And that's what the devil do. They ride the line. They give you a little truth. They give you a little lie. They give you a little lie. They give you a little truth. You gotta watch that shit, man. And I'm not trying to call that trans man, that brother, a devil. But I will say, you should be aware of what you practice and, you know, from whom you're practicing it from. You know, be aware. Right? That's all I'm saying. I'm not gonna put that on you. You a victim of white supremacy as well. So my smoke ain't gonna go but so far for you anyway. Because I understand it ain't really your fault. It's the people above you. It's the people over at Fox that really allowed this to happen. They knew. Even if that was your intention, they knew too. They gave you that opportunity. And that was a form of warfare. Even if you didn't think of it like that. Well, I ain't gonna let you call. Maybe you didn't think of it like that. It wasn't that deep to you. Maybe to you, you were just trying to, maybe it was just a personal thing. You just want to get up one on a conscious brother being a trans. You wanted one of these conscious brothers to be eating out your hand for one time. Because usually they going against you once they see you trans. And once they see that you a trans activist and a feminist and the LGBT, all this other extra intersectionalist BS. So now this was like a personal one up for you. Like, let me have this one brother, especially because he's so big and famous. Let me just have him, you know, and so respected, eat out my hand in front of in front of another heterosexual black man, and then nationally all other black people. This would be a one up for me. But what you're not understanding is that's checkers in a game of chess. That's not even a move. I can't even say that's checkers. That's like, I mean, what you just playing by yourself. That's practice. Because that don't mean nothing for nobody else except for you. You didn't do anything. Because that brother genuinely didn't know. It's not like the brother knew you was that and then that happened. Then that would be like but that brother genuinely didn't know. Now, who did know is the people that you went up there for and who you did the work for. Whether you knew it or not, which was Fox. They knew. And that's who I got the biggest problem with. Because that's a guy that, come on. That was an attack. And that shit need to be called out. I ain't saying enough sisters call that shit. I don't like that. Shout out to that brother for Dr. Umar for holding down the way he did. But that was a jab, right? I ain't like that. I ain't like it at all, man. Shout out to that brother, bro. It's outrageous. Shout out to y'all in the chat, though. I ain't even noticed so many people coming in. I just start kind of talking. And I kind of abstract. I mean, y'all know how I be doing. Be getting wrapped up in my little rants. I didn't see y'all coming in. But shout out to y'all coming in early. I was saying early in the beginning of the stream there. My bad, I haven't been going live. I've been meaning to, but y'all know my sound was messed up. My last live Wi-Fi was messed up. Bro, I'm trying to move too. I got some things going on too. So it's like, you know, it's a lot. You know, I'm trying to keep it together. Trying to get y'all some content out there or something like it. I'm just saying F it and went on my phone. Thank you, sis. No problem. What's up, Jay Lethal? Fox is the puppeteer. Absolutely. Come on. That was a devil. I try not to. I mean, but we can. But it's like I try not to. But it's a duality because although we can be the highest, we also can be the lowest. You know. So yeah, you know. I guess that would also be befitting. But I don't think he's a devil. I think that was just, you know, he was practicing devilhood, devilry, wickedry. You know that's learned behavior. Though I don't believe that's his true nature. I don't think it's in our true nature to be that low vibrational, but. Yeah, so egregious. He's out of line for saying his D was hard. That was so crazy. Yeah, that was out of line. That's that's why I had to still talk because y'all know the interview was still like a week or so ago, something like that. I've been having this video to my sent on my computer for a couple days. The video I actually reacted to a clip from there. And but I haven't been able to activate it like I said. But when I seen his response, when I seen the trans dude respond, I said, bruh. Oh hell no. And then I seen Cynthia G. I seen one of her videos popped up when I was looking at that video. Like I guess it was her response to the video. I forgot what it said, but it was like a big black woman holding a little black man. I said, I don't even want to know. I'm not clicking on it. Not interested. I don't even want to know, but I can just tell you right now, she was saying some ignorant shit. Okay, I already know she was saying some ignorant pedantry. All through that stream, okay. So yeah, I seen that. It was like, Brandon. Then I seen Dr. Umar respond. I said, yeah, I got to still say something about this. This is too important. I can't stuff like this. You can't just let fly by and not. You got to at least let it be known that we have a problem with that, especially as black women. You're not treating out men like that. Hell no. Especially with a black woman being at the top of that damn show, being at her show. Tammy Mack. That's the problem. Tammy Mack, get it together. You're wilding. You're wilding. I'm not rocking with that. The next brother you have up there, no, you better, yeah, you better make sure the brothers up there are clearly informed. And brothers who go up on that show, I hope y'all know. Now, so like I said, she had some up there. Dr. Umar, I think she had some other people up there too. Hey, look, y'all better pay attention now. I'm just saying, you go back on that show, you better be thorough. Hey, who gonna be on this panel? I need the names, the social media sites. You need to go do some research. If it ain't gonna be you, have your team go look them up so you know who you dealing with when you get up on that panel. You know what I'm saying? Or get up on that show because they gonna try. They gonna try it every time, okay? Now, speaking of black men, though, standing up, I also made a video reacting to Joe Budden. Joe Budden had Adam 22 on his panel. And I reacted to like a clip of that or whatever. I mean, that was panel on his podcast, my bad. I reacted to like a little clip of that. Okay. What was I about to say? So yeah, Joe Budden had Adam 22 on his podcast. And that was cool. Okay. I think overall, because I did have some issues with it, but overall, I did like the fact that those brothers did check this culture vulture, because I've been saying for the longest, like, I don't even know why black people even bother, especially when it comes to hip hop. I don't even know why we bother at this point supporting or, really trying to connect with or listening to these non-black or white, culture vultures, these non-black or white hip-hop interviewers. They're just they love the culture. I grew up around this. Oh, I love the beats, I love the lyrics, I love the culture, I love I just want to spread, but I just want to contribute, but I just want to ask. Why do we keep, it's cyclical. Why do we keep doing this to ourselves? Stop supporting these people. It's going to end the same way almost every time. I guarantee it, okay? We in the long with Vlad, y'all know he disrespected Dr. Sabi. He disrespected the minister. Done with that, man. Should have been done with him. Shouldn't even let it go on that damn long as he lasted, all right? Been done with that man, though. What's the other white boy name? I think is it Andrew Schultz? I want to say he didn't. I want to, didn't Tariq do his show? I want to say Tariq, but Andrew Schultz is more like podcasting. I don't think he's more like the hip hop realm. I'm thinking about Charlamagne when I think about him. I don't really like him either, though. He give me anti-black racist vibes. No, I ain't going. What's the other white boy name? What's another white boy? DJ Small Eyes. DJ. What's the other white? It's a couple of them. Okay, a couple of these hip hop heads, white boy or non-black people, hip hop heads that go around interviewing rappers and posting up these videos, posting up news about young rappers and things that's going on in hip hop. It's like on one hand it's cool, because hip hop is like that. How could you not like it? It's we pushed it. It went global now. Of course, everybody want to go a piece of it. I can get that, but also we got to keep it within the fam. We got to keep it within the fam. It's like, even if we're going to, because one of the main things Joe Budden was talking about with Adam 22 was that, okay, he's been a culture vulture. He's exploiting young black boys or young black men, these young rappers, by having them come on and do these interviews and talk about these beefs and kind of basically having them stir the pot, and that contributing to the deaths of young boys, or contributing more into these beefs, which may add up to one of these young boys, whether they're in the actual rap game, they're an actual rapper, or whether they just in the street and just connected and they end up dead because an interview or something they said on their damn platform. There's no sense of responsibility, is what the Joe Budden podcast was trying to tell Adam 22. He was like, there's no sense of responsibility there. There's no care, okay, about what happens to these boys. It's just like, let me just get as much information as I can so I can make some money off of it and put it online and get money off of it, and that be that. There's no thought of repercussions or consequences for the little boy, for the young men. Let me say that. Which I completely respect, because it's 100% true. Now, I did see other people, which is also true, that other black people do that. Oh, well, black people get up online and they like DJ Academics. He got, he's non-FBA. DJ Academics is not FBA. Just saying, world star hip hop, not FBA. A lot of these sites that and bloggers, influencers that do talk about some of the same things, like, or do exploit those parts of our culture, like these other non-black culture vultures do. They do be non-FBA, okay? But even if they're not non-FBA, even if they aren't non-FBA, they're still black. Like, if anybody's there's always going to be a flip side to everything. There's always going to be somebody trying to come up. If it's going to be somebody trying to come up, let it be one of us. Like, I would rather it be one of us than it be a white boy who's coming from the outside, don't know nothing from nobody, and you just spilling all the tea on this damn platform because he got a couple 100,000 followers, or because he got 1 million followers. I would rather you do it on your homeboy couch, who just now started a podcast. I would rather you do it on his couch. I would rather you do it on a brother who was managing some some people who was rapping for a while, then he got out the rap game, and now he doing podcasts or what, like Joe Budden, who was living in that world for a while. He was a battle rapper. The nigga, like, he's in the game. He's connected to multiple young rappers. He connects with a lot of them. I mean, he knows a lot of people in the game. That makes sense. Even if he wasn't giving anything back, even if he was just up there stirring the pot, at least it's a nigga who's in the damn culture. I'm not going to go support DJ Small Eyes when I can go watch Fuchsia's TV. Like, for what? And they posting the same thing. Why would I post him? Why would I go follow him when I can follow the Black page? It makes no sense. I'm not going to do that. So every time, like, I seen a bunch of people in the comments, oh, Adams, I think it was a bunch of, like, I guess he got one of them, maybe like Red Pill followers. He does have kind of like Red Pill's content, so that's probably why. But yeah, people in the comments, oh, Joe Budden, oh, they emotional, oh, they don't let him talk, they don't understand what he's saying, oh, he did it. I'm just sitting there, and it's not because, like, the only reason they even got riled up was because they seen the disconnect they have. And it's funny because that's how they ended the show. It was like, yeah, something, but I don't know what it is. I think Joe Budden says it, like, I don't know what it is. It's you, it's Vlad, it's he said another non-Black, I think, DJ that does it too. He's like, yeah, I don't know what it is with y'all, but y'all just not seeing, the problem with what y'all doing, And he was like, yeah, it's like there's the connection. I think one of the other bros was like, yeah, like that, y'all lacking the connection. Y'all ain't got the connection, like, you know what I'm saying, like we do, or like other people do that's came up in the game. Y'all don't got the connection like us. And I'm sitting there like, yeah, it's no connection, because let's just be real, there's still a veil of anti-Black racism. They didn't address that part, and I ain't really like that. I ain't gonna hold you. They didn't really bring up anti-Black racism, because that's really what the hell it was. They was trying to beat around the bush with it, but that's what it was. Okay, but that's what it was. He's not seeing his contribution to the problem. The way he sees it is, oh, I'm just another person. I'm just like any other person, Black, brown, white, whatever, that's coming up off the culture. It shouldn't matter. But that's because you don't see a problem, because you don't feel connected to the people within that culture. You don't value the lives of the people that's in that culture. You only value what they produce. You value our hip hop music. You value our music. You value the drama that we have, that you can use to exploit, to put on your program. To put on your website. You value that. You value the minds that might get up on your show like Sharp, okay, and get you and speak some real shit and get you some views. You value those. But you don't value real life. You don't give a damn about the people that you're exploiting. You don't give a damn if you interview a rapper one week and he's dead the next, or his cousin is dead the next, related to something that he dropped in your interview. That don't bother you. You don't fucking lose sleep at night for that. That's because you still have that veil of anti-Black racism. Let me say most likely. I ain't about to drag me through the mud for defamation, whatever. Allegedly, most likely, my opinion, my perspective, whatever. But it is what it is. Anybody who knows, who understands the inkling of white supremacy can see that's, come on. You think it's a pattern? That all these people just somehow, some way find a way to keep disrespecting our culture while at the same time exploiting it, and then turn around and saying, oh, I didn't think it was that big of a deal? Vlad, to this day, I don't even think Vlad even ever apologized for the Farrakhan comments or the Dr. Zeze comments. And I think Lord Jamar, a Black friend, ex-friend, I don't think they're friends no more, but a Black person who used to frequent his show a lot, confronted him about that. And I don't even think he got an apology for that. You think that this is a court? Like, no, these people don't give a damn up front. They just don't say it up front. They just like, oh no, I'm just here to, I'm just here to, I just got a camera. I'm just here to ask some questions. I'm just here to, that's it. I'm just here too. And then it turns into they got a whole damn empire 10 years later. They made millions of dollars and ain't gave nothing back to the community. Ain't did nothing for no Black person. Yet they done made all this money off Black people. I mean, I'm just saying, how long are we gonna keep repeating this cycle? I'm not supporting no more there. I'm not supporting it. Count me out. Count me out. Thank you for the super chat. Keep that real talk going. Thank you. But count me out of that. I'm sorry. I'm not supporting nobody. Like I'm so disinterested at this point. I have nothing. I don't. You have to have something real different. You have to look real, not racist. Okay, for me to even slightly want to even peek at your shit at this point. Like, I'm good. And you gotta have some good ass. Some good guests. All right, some very good guests I want to see. Okay, but shout out to Joe Budden, because I did appreciate them checking out White Boy. He's been around for a little minute. Okay, he kind of was doing similar to what DJ Academics was doing. So I'm glad he was checked. Okay, point blank period. Shout out to Joe Budden podcast. Y'all some real ones. I rock with y'all. Okay. It was something else too. Wasn't it something else? Ray J. Let me just stick on this. I'm about to get off here in a second, but let me stick on this path of black men since I'm already talking about it. I done went to Dr. Umar. Now we went to Joe Budden. Now let's go to Ray J right quick. Now Ray J, real quick. It ain't gonna be too much. Now Ray J is now going in this whole spree about how about how the Kardashians, about exposing the Kardashians, right? So for the last like 20 years, I know Kim and Ray did the sex tape. That's how Kim came up. For like the last 20 years, apparently the Kardashians have kind of been making this narrative as though Ray J, like released the sex tape. Like it was really his fault why the sex tape got leaked, And so that narrative has kind of been out for years. And, Ray J has kind of not really spoke, but he spoke about it a few times, but, it's not really been, not like as, from what I've seen, not like this. He never got up on Instagram and went live and nothing like that. Okay, not in this way, let me say. So this is the first time he's kind of come out and going this hard about it. So, and it's because Kris Jenner, the Kardashian mother, she went up on a show and did a lie detector test, okay? Now, she did a lie detector test, one, which Ray J exposes. The person who did her lie detector test is a fraud, number one, okay? He exposed that. That dude that got paid to be on plenty of, like, shows or something like that, and it's a very fraudulent history, just to say the least, okay? But she's asked the question by him that's like, did you have anything to do with the release of Kim's sex tape or something like that? And she's like, no, of course not. And ding, 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 oh, she's telling the truth. Okay, great. Ray J sees this and is like, hell no, that's a straight up lie. You seen the tape. Matter of fact, not only did you see the tape, you seen the tape, suggested we made another one, watched the other tape, and then chose the first tape. And you all agreed, okay, mutually to release the tape. And you all were paid for it, including Kim and Ray J. They were both paid equally. Okay, so this was a mutual thing. This was a consensual thing that happened. That was his point. And why I can respect it. One is because I didn't really think about the consequences of that sex tape for his end. Like when you think about sex tapes, you think about the repercussions for women more so, but not for men. Like when he was talking about it on live, he was like, yeah, ever since that tape, like women don't want to send me pictures. I'm like, damn. Women don't want to send pictures. That's actually legit though. Like, damn, if I did run into a guy like that who went through something, I might not feel comfortable sending that nigga picture either. If it's just a bunch of allegations and I haven't gotten to that point. I mean, if we get to a point where I trust you, yeah. But I mean, I didn't think about that. Like, that is something that probably has affected a lot of his relationships with women. Then he goes on to say, yeah, a bunch of people have kind of distanced themselves because of that as well. I was talking to Keisha Cole, and Keisha Cole told me for a while she couldn't even holler at me, because all the allegations that was going on, she didn't know what was true and what wasn't, so she just kind of distanced herself. So for a long time, they wasn't even as close as they could have been. Imagine all the women that also did that as well. And she's not even a part of his family. Imagine some of the family might have did that he might have been hurt by it. He just didn't never hear from in a while. He like, damn, is that why? He may have just had to figure it out. Like, damn, is that why I did? She hit me up because she think I did that? Like, that's something I never really thought of. And then you got other people that also tries to downplay. Like, I seen Playback reacting to him or whatever, the channel, shout out to the channel Playback. They was reacting to him talking about this, and they like, oh, why he acting like this? More so, I think it was Agent, the small one. I think he was more so the one that was like, oh, why he acting like this? Nobody even knows him except for anything outside the tape. Like, who cares? And like immediately I'm thinking, I don't think bruh's FBA either, so that might be why he thought that as well. But I'm like, bruh, like, am I tripping on, like, niggas know Ray J for more than just that 16? Like, I mean, when I was a child, I knew Ray J before I knew about it. Like, I knew about Ray J before I knew about the sex tape. Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know about the sex tape, and then you know what I'm saying? Found out about it. I was a child when that came out. So like, I mean, niggas know about Ray J. Like, so it also played into like downplaying his career, because it kind of got chucked up to, oh, he just, he got famous from that controversy with that white girl. And then on top of that, his sister, oh, if it's not the controversy, then he just bragged his sister. That's it. So that also played into him even like having a bit of like belittling of his career, of his accomplishments, because that kind of overshadowed everything. I like, damn, I never really thought about how he could have been affected. And maybe a part of that is why I never really heard him talk about it up until this point. But that's crazy that he had been through all that. That's why I'm like, shit, I can respect that. Now the brother got kids and he's up here saying like, yeah, now I have children and they're getting to it. They're inching towards ages where they could know about this. And I don't want them, I don't want them to be reading something false on the internet or wherever about their father. I don't want them reading about something that I know didn't happen, or I know how, and I know for sure it didn't happen that way. I got proof. He got contracts. He got damn what is it called? What was the other thing they signed? I forgot. Or like, what was it, like a check stuff, something like that. But the brother got proof. He got evidence. He like, nigga, I got all this evidence, and I'm gonna let my kids sit up here and listen to these crackers and just get indoctrinated, like, and think I'm wrong, villainize me like I'm the wrongest person in the world, and I got all this proof to say otherwise. No, hell no. Let me go ahead. Let me put this. I'm gonna have record. Put this on the internet, okay? And now they blowing up his line. Kim texting him back instead of, what I'm saying? And I don't get too far into this because we know Hollywood. This also could be a distraction ritual. It's some BS. We all know. But it's just the principle that a black man is still, especially one who was, and who I heard say this, Tariq was saying this, I think. He was saying, like, how brothers, like, get with these white girls and afterwards they gotta, cry foul. Like, get with the white girl. And then, oh, she messed up my whole life. Yeah, Kanye. And you get with the white girl. And you off. And now they coming after a black man's kids and trying to save my children. Which I do get because to a degree, it's like, brother, you should have known who you was dealing with. You don't trust these white women. Point blank period. You should know who you dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Especially even with this tape, you put out a tape with a young white woman. You should have, if the brother had had his father. I don't know if his father. I don't think he didn't say his father had any hand in this or something like that. But if he had a brother or something like that, really, a conscious brother, really guiding him through that, he may have made different decisions. Is all I'm saying, because this was obvious. Looking at it in hindsight now, it's obvious that this was a consequence. This could have been a consequence from that happening, okay? Especially with Kim Kardashian and who her family's attached to and all this other nonsense, okay? So, yeah. But, I do get that, where brothers needing to make better decisions, but also, one, the brother was young, okay? And two, the brother's doing better, so I'm not mad at that. He ended up with an Asian. I think Princess Love is Asian and black. I want to say she black too, though. I think she Asian and black, if I'm not mistaken. But at least he got a little more to the melanated side, okay? He had no damn children with these white girls. So he get there. He get there. Hopefully he inches his way to a damn black woman, back to a black woman with the one that looked like his sister or his mother. Hopefully he inches his way back over there. But the brothers know better. And we still have to acknowledge truth regardless. We have to acknowledge when people are being done wrong regardless, okay? Like, yeah, you was messing up, okay, on some bed bug shit, really, with that sex tape. You was fucking up, okay? You was a young brother, made some mistake, okay? But regardless of that, that does not take away from the fact that family is wrong as hell for trying to villainize this black man for something he had done consensually, okay? And matter of fact, not even just consensually, but under the influence of her family, of her mother. Okay, it was her push. He said in the video, it was even Kim. Matter of fact, even Kim was rushing him to sign the papers to sign a deal for the video. So it was not only just him, but under that influence. So we gotta, I try to give a little room, because I don't rock with the Kardashians, But shout out to him, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I do respect that, man. He ain't about to paint that brother out to be no damn villain out here in these streets. Like, he just out here exposing women, you know what I'm saying, like that. And that's not the reality of what happens. So yeah, shout out to him, man. It is what it is. I have got to get up off here. It's 6:50. I'm supposed to be at my dad's bakery at 7:00. I'm gonna be late. Clearly. Let's hope he's not upset. Let's hope. I'm gonna call him when I get off here and tell him I just got off live now. Tell him I'm on the way. You mean Chris the madam? Chris is the madam? I mean Chris. I said, what did I say? I said, I ain't say Chris Jenner. Who did I say? Did I say the dude, the father though? My bad. What's up, Kid Gravity? What it do? Marcus Moore. Payment stubs. That's what it was. Long Beach. Okay, it's payment stubs. Yeah, I'm like, brother had facts. That's the point. He got some evidence. Okay, to say otherwise. So, and I think he's actually about to file a lawsuit. So I hope he win. I'm with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm with that. I'm cool with that. She's Asian and black. Okay, cool. She is Asian and black. So he got towards the melanin, you know. Yeah, she's still Asian. Asians is black too though, so some of them. Let me see. Princess is a baddie, and she is really pretty. So I mean, I ain't mad at that, you know. I have to make an early departure. PCZ, peace to the mods. Okay, I gotta leave too, y'all. I actually didn't even get to see what was up with the chat for real, so I'm probably go back and watch some of the chat. I also do want to tell y'all I talked to some people today, and I am gonna be doing another fundraiser for our brother Othul Wallace. Shout out to Ozone. Make sure y'all go to othul.org and donate to the brother, okay? But I'm gonna do another like fundraiser stream with him for him. I think we set the date for the 12th of October, so I'm gonna keep telling y'all about that as we get closer to the day. But we're gonna do that again. Make sure y'all go support the brother though. All right. Other than that, I got to get up out of here. Love you guys so much for tuning in. See what's happening, baby girl. Love you too, Raven. Thank you. Molly Sway. Love, sis, be safe. Yeah, make sure y'all follow me on the gram, _CFWM. I need some light. My light going out. Make sure you follow me on the ground, __ CFWM. Follow my backup, __ CFWM2. The side is better. Follow me on Twitter, shout to _ you. Follow me. Follow my Patreon if you want some exclusive content. I got a video going on Patreon tomorrow. A to Z TV. Other than that, baby, that's all I got. Shout out to the chat. I can't even do the shout outs. Y'all know I always shout y'all out. I can't do it today. It's too much. All right, y'all.